Hello, hello. I think we're live. Hi, leaders. My name is Brittany Bickland. I am a director. I have been with Usborne Books and More for 3 years now. I just celebrated my third anniversary last month. A little bit about me. I am a mom of three boys. I have a 4-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 1-year-old at the end of this month. Hey, Amanda. And I currently live in Burlington, Vermont. Hang on, gotta shut the door. The dog just opened it. Okay, don't want to wake the baby. So I currently live in Burlington, Vermont. Our family moved here in October of last year. Prior to that, we're living in Oklahoma City for a handful of years. And then we lived in Tulsa for a few years before that. I'm originally from New Mexico, though, so been all over. I've lived in actually every time zone, which still tends to blow my mind when I say that out loud. But anyway, I am so excited to be hosting this Live and Leaders today because convention is next week, and I love convention. This convention this year that I'm attending will be my third convention that I've attended, and convention for me is just like, I mean, my first convention especially. If you're attending your first convention this year, please let me know in the comments because I'm so excited for you. You're just going to get so much information and your mind is just going to be opened up to all the possibilities of this business. I think that's, and I think about what convention has done for me. It really showed me what was possible in my business. I saw people, achieving huge goals and just saw what people were doing with their business, and it really inspired me and lit a spark in me. I felt personally, more connected to our mission. I think convention helped me see where do I fit into the Usborne Books and More mission. And then on top of that, you are just equipped with so many tools and resources and all the amazing things that you gain that help you expand your business and grow your business and help your business thrive. So I'm a big fan of convention. I am very excited for convention this year. Our home office, senior directors, your leaders are just pouring into creating an incredible experience for all of us. There's so much work that goes behind the scenes into making convention what it is for us, and to helping us all thrive. And so, when you interact with your leaders or home office staff, just be sure to shout them out and show them some love because there's so much that goes into this that we just don't even know. And it all helps us thrive and rise together. So there's this expression that a rising tide lifts all ships. And I actually think about this a lot in relation to our businesses because your success and her success and my success, all of our successes are interconnected. And when the tide rises, we all rise with that tide. And convention, I think, is just a huge depiction of that in action. We all join together for convention and people pour into it and we all rise because of it. And so today for this Live and Leaders, I'm going to be talking about our convention theme, which is the next level, taking your business to the next level. And obviously this whole convention experience is designed so thoughtfully to, towards helping us rise to the next level. One of the things that is really cool about this business is that we can all work our business in different ways. So the way that someone works their business next to you might look different to how you work your business, might look different to how the person next to you on the other side works their business. So I have, 3 young boys and I spend all day with them. I stay home with them full time. And so my business kind of fits into the fringe of that. Someone else might be homeschooling their children full time and their business works into that. Or someone else may work another full-time job and their business works in with that. Or they work their UBAM business as their full-time job. There's so many different ways that we can approach our businesses. And like I said, that's the thing that I think is really cool about this work is whatever that is for you, whatever your business looks like for you is great, is wonderful. And that's the magic of it. So when we're thinking about this concept of, next level, this theme for our convention, something that I started thinking about is, well, how do we define that for ourselves? What is your next level? And do are you clear on that? And Do you know what that is going to mean for you and what that's going to look like for you? So I'm going to leave you with a little bit of a challenge. But first, I want to tell you why this matters. Why does it matter to know what your next level is? So I told you that my family and I, we moved to Burlington, Vermont this past year in October. And this had actually been like a long-term goal of ours. My husband is from New England, and we always kind of knew that we'd be navigating to New England and making our way there to live long term. And a few years ago, I talk about this a lot because it kind of cracks me up. Like many of us, I was reading a lot of farmyard tales to my boys, and I think this like concept of the lifestyle of Apple Tree Farm, and the lifestyle of Poppy and Sam and Mrs. Boot, and all the friends there. Something about that really inspired me, and I thought, what if we moved to Vermont? Like, would that be something that kind of reflects a similar lifestyle? So anyway, this whole vision of we're going to move our family to Vermont kind of came to fruition. And finally last spring, so this was several years ago, we just started dreaming about this. And last spring we decided, like, we're going to make it happen. We're moving across the country. We're moving, at the time we had 2 kids, but we were expecting our 3rd. So we're going to move 3 kids and 3 cats and a dog and all the possessions that come along with that. We're going to move across the country and we're going to make this happen. But just saying that or committing to that wasn't, we weren't just going to like materialize in Burlington and, everything would be hunky-dory. Like, we actually had to be really thoughtful about, okay, well, that's where we're going. That's the big picture. That's our goal. But what's next? How are we going to get there? And, we had to sell our house. We had to buy a house or, find a place to live. We had to put all of our stuff in boxes. We had to figure out how to get those boxes across the country. We had to figure out how to get all of our living people and animals across the country in one big piece or in one whole piece. So there were a lot of things that went into it. So again, it was really exciting to say, yeah, we're doing this. But then it was like, okay, well, where are we going to pour our energy? What's the next thing we need to do? I think about energy a lot as a parent, as a business owner. We have only so much energy in a day, in a week that we can put into what we do, and so we have to be really clear about ensuring that that energy that we're spending is actually getting us closer to what we want. So in that situation where we were moving across the country, I could have just thought, okay, we're moving. I'm just going to just start throwing stuff into boxes and I'm going to do that. But that wasn't the right next step at that point. Doing that would have probably led to burnout. I would have felt really exhausted. I would have felt really stressed. We wouldn't have known where any of our stuff was. We wouldn't have known how we were getting those boxes across the country. That was a piece of the puzzle, but that wasn't the next thing that we needed to do. We needed to figure out where we're going to live and what's going to happen to our current house. Like, we had to have a place to go. So I think it's good. It's important. We need to have the big picture. We need to say, like, I'm working towards this in my business. We were working towards this in our move. And I think about it in the same way as I think about our business. We have big goals. We all have things that we're striving towards, things that excite us, things that we're falling asleep thinking about. But when it comes to the day-to-day, we need to know what is the next thing for us to work towards to achieve that, to get there. And so naming for yourself and identifying for yourself crystal clear, like, what is your next step, is going to be really important. So back to our business and back to convention. When you think about going into convention next week, I want you to find 10 minutes sometime between now and the start of convention and sit down and work on something for yourself. I want you to identify something for yourself to help you think through what this next concept of next level means to you. So get a notebook, if you have a notebook, or go get one for yourself. Use this as permission to go indulge and get yourself a new notebook, get yourself some fresh new pens while you're at it, if that excites you like it excites me. But get a notebook and start a fresh page in there, and whatever the notebook is, or a piece of paper, whatever is going to be something that you come back to when convention kicks off and as you're engaging in the content that's presented to you at convention. And I want you to flesh out 6 quadrants. Okay, that is like an Army, like, huge airplane that just flew by, so I don't know if you could hear that. So anyway, something fun about Burlington is that we have these F-35s that fly around constantly, and they're really loud, so I'm sorry. But flesh out 6 quadrants, and I wrote this in the live caption too. So I want you to think about 6 areas of your business where you can really identify what is your current level and what is the next level that you're working towards. And it's important to know your current level too, because that will help you really get clear on what's the next level. So the first one is kind of obvious, your leader level, right? We know what leader levels we currently are, and therefore we know what our next leader level is going to be. So for me, I'm currently a director. My next leader level would be to work towards senior director. If you're a team leader, your next leader level would be advanced leader, so forth. So identify that for yourself, name it, write it down. Sometimes there's something powerful about writing something down on paper. The next thing I want you to think about, though, is your personal business. What is the current level of your personal business? Are you hosting 3 parties a month? Are you reaching X number of customers? Do you have 200 people on your VIP page or following you on your social media page? What's the current level? What does that look like for your personal business? And then identify, then if that is what your current level is, what's your next level for that? Is it doubling the number of parties you do per month? Is it upping your or doubling your following on your social media, or the number of customers that you serve? Figure out what level you're currently working your personal business and what the next level would be for that. The third thing is income level. Identify what that is for you. What is your current income level from UBAM, and what do you want your next income level to be? What do you want to be working towards next? For me, sometimes income is really helpful when I think about it in tangible things. So when I was first starting my business, something that was really important to me and to our financial landscape as a family was identifying something physical that I could contribute to, or just something a little more tangible. So my income level that I was working towards when I started was covering our mortgage, paying for our mortgage, using my UBAM paycheck to pay for our mortgage for our family. So figure out what current level you are with your income and what the next level you want is. The fourth one is commitment level. So think about that. Think about what is your current commitment level to your business and write it down. And then think about what would the next level look like. So an example there for me would be when I was first a leader, I was a lot more casual with my business. And so I wasn't really attending trainings that were being facilitated by our leadership teams. I wasn't really leveraging those or engaging those. And so my commitment level changed to the next level. My next level of that was I'm going to start attending these trainings. I'm going to start engaging in them and learning from them and bringing people on my team with me into those and having those conversations. So really amping up what that commitment to my business looked like. The fifth one would be team support and achievements. So what does your current level of support for your team look like? Are you kind of casually checking in with people, or is it kind of an as-needed basis? And maybe the next level for that would be having more strategic and consistent checkpoints with your team, like a reoccurring meeting with them, or a reoccurring check-in, whatever that may be. So figure out what your current level of support, and for achievements too, maybe this next level for you is becoming $1 million team. So identify that, when you think about the whole team picture. And then the last one is kind of fun. It's incentives and challenges. This is one that I really get into. I love an incentive and a challenge. So, maybe your current level there is you're hitting HOC 1 every month. And so the next level for you would be hitting HOC 2 consistently every month. Or if you think about the incentive trip, maybe your current level is you earn the trip for 1, and the next level for you would be to earn it for 2. So like I said, take 10 minutes over the next week. Figure out, these 6 areas of your business. What's your current level? What is your next level? And the reason I want you to do this is just like what I was sharing about our move to Burlington. You're going to have so many exciting big goals that you may already have, or convention is going to really spark in you. And knowing what is coming next is going to help you just know exactly where to pour your energy into. And when you're attending convention, you're getting so much great content. It's kind of like taking a sip out of a fire hydrant, right? You're just going to be blown with all this amazing stuff that you're going to be learning and hearing and seeing. So knowing exactly what your next level is will help you say, okay, this is going to help me work towards my next leader level. This is going to help me think about how I can achieve my next income level. This is going to help me think about my team support and how I can level that up. So the more clear you can be with yourself about what your next level is, because it's going to look different for each of us. And that's okay. Again, that's the beauty of this business. So you have to get clear. You have to do this work for yourself and see what is my next level. So the more clear you can become with that, I think the more targeted you'll be able to be when you're engaging in the convention sessions to say, these things are going to help me reach my next level. And revisit this over the course of convention. Check in with it before convention, check in with it during convention, throughout sessions, make notes, kind of take what you're getting from convention and apply that to your specific next level. So I want to know, in the comments, as you are doing this, or maybe you know right now, maybe you already are clear on what one of your next levels is. I want you to share that in the comments. I would love to see what some of these next levels are that each of us are working towards. And if you see someone else share that, drop them a comment and let them know that you're cheering for them, or you believe in them, or you're excited for them, or you're curious to see how that works out for them. And be thinking about these things. So I'm excited for convention. Can't wait to see you all there. Really looking forward to everything that Home Office and the directors team and your leaders and our keynote speakers, everybody is pouring into. It's going to be incredible. And we have 7 more days until then. So we'll see you then. Thanks so much for joining me for this chat. I hope